So I have a FieldFox hooked up to an 83640. So here, my source, I'm going to set my source frequency to 12 gigahertz. Then I'm going to change my FieldFox frequency to 12 gigahertz. And I will run this command, which is go to single sweep, take a single sweep, marker to peak, then another single sweep, and then read the counter. So we're at 12 gigahertz, and we run this, and it read 12 gigahertz. Now I've incremented my source up by 2 gigahertz. I pushed the button on it. I've got my increment set to 2 megahertz. Now it read 2 megahertz. I'm incrementing up again to by another 2 megahertz. So now it's, we're at 12,004. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my frequency to 8 gigahertz, just a different number. And then here I come and I say 8 gigahertz. And I run this. And it reads 8 gigahertz. All is good. Now I'm going to turn this extra sweep after marker to peak off. Sorry, is it F8? And take this one. It's the same as F8, which is, skip this. Okay, so now it's 8 gigahertz and everything is still good. If I run it, all works. If I increment it, let's say I increment it by 2 megahertz up, I run this and it reads 2 megahertz. But if I go to a completely different frequency out of this range, I am changing my source to, let's say, 11 gigahertz. And I come and here say 11 gigahertz. So I've changed my source to 11 gig and I run this. This is where I run into some problem. You see I'm off because I was too far off for the marker to peak and frequency counter function to work. If I run it again, it works. It'll get to me to 11. So you don't really want to run it twice. So adding this sweep after this in calculate marker function solve this problem. So let me get these back in. So again, there's no issue when your frequency is close in. This 11 will work. And if I increment it even, I'm going to my source now. You can't see my source, but I've incremented it up by 2 megahertz. And if I run this, it'll read up by 2 megahertz. Let me increment up another 2 megahertz. So it's 11,004 now. It'll be 11,004. That's close enough. That's 4. But now let me change let's go to 6 gig, for example. And I'm going to press the buttons on my source to 6 gig. Now this will work right here. This should be fine because I have this extra immediate sweep here. See, this is good. If I didn't have these two commands, let's change it to 7. So it's out of the range. CW7 on my source. I'm expecting this to be slightly off again. There, it is off. So I think the key is for you, if this is kind of the sequence you have, and I think this may be why you're being off by a little bit of frequency. If you take a single sweep after your marker to peak, hopefully it will work. If not, then we'll try again. Thanks. I want to find my video.